welcome back for another day of Vlogmas. Today I wanted to just have a heart-to-heart with you guys, share a little bit about maybe what some of you are going through. I'm really hoping that before we really get into all of these fun videos I have coming for you guys, it was important to me to take some time out to share my heart with you guys. And so we are just going to have a little heart-to-heart if Christmas and the holiday season is a tough time for you, whatever the reason may be. If it is a challenge for you, I want you to know you are not alone. I too struggle this time of year, and I just want to share with you a little bit of encouragement and just a little bit of authenticity that I hope will encourage you, to let you know that if you have feelings similar to mine, you're not alone. The holidays are not always perfect and happy and joyous for everyone. And I feel like without, talking about it, sometimes it can seem that, everyone is just carrying on and they've got these perfect families. And when you are suffering and struggling, that can be very, very difficult. In fact, I have done a video on this before. It's very old, but it just goes to show that it's been a couple of years since I put that video up, and this is still something that I struggle with. So I just want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys. So if you want to grab your coffee, your hot chocolate, whatever, and just sit down and hopefully be encouraged. And if you're someone who is blessed and doesn't struggle with this at all, then I still think this video may be helpful for you, because there are people in your lives that are struggling this holiday and Christmas season, and sometimes all it takes is a friend extending an invitation or letting them know you're not alone, or I'm here for you. So I still think you can gather good things from this video. So the first thing that I want to just share with you guys is that the Christmas and holiday season is kind of a challenge for me. I find myself in this constant struggle between feeling immensely blessed and overwhelmed with how blessed I am, and the sadness of what my heart has always longed for. And without getting super specific, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I've gotten asked quite a few times to share about my childhood and share about how I came to faith. And it's not that I don't want to share that with you, and I still do. I just don't know how to do it without telling other people's stories for them. And even though my parents and my childhood, it's my story because I was a part of it, in order to tell you guys kind of where I was and give you a good picture of how I got there, I would have to go into some things that I just don't feel are my story to tell. I don't feel like it's my job to reveal the struggles and demons that my parents struggled with and still struggle with. I just don't know how to do it yet. And so if something doesn't sit right with me and the Lord, and I don't feel led to share it, then I'm not going to. So without going super in depth, I will say this, that I do not have a relationship with either of my biological parents. And the holidays are a very hard time for me because of that. I find myself always longing for what should have been. I mean, this is not the way God wanted it. God did not want families to be broken and torn apart and full of sin and dysfunction and addictions and all types of issues. The Lord did not want that. But unfortunately, when you have unsurrendered parents and you grow up in a certain manner, this is the you reap what you sow. This is the outcome of that. But I still, in my heart of hearts, always long for just that family you see where the grandparents are there, and myself and my husband are there, and all of our kids are there. And I know that every family has their own struggles, and I know that there is no perfect family out there. I am very well aware of those things. But when family or a lack of family or a lack of closeness with the family that you do have is a part of your Christmas season, it can be very bittersweet. It can be very hard to see pictures of these huge families gathered around for Christmas. It can be very hard to see moms and daughters going shopping for their kids together. I mean, these are all things that my heart still longs for and desires, and I just don't have it. So it is a struggle. And those are my struggles. You know, you might be struggling with something else. Maybe this year has been awful. Maybe you're facing an illness. Maybe someone you love is facing an illness and you're thinking that this might be the last Christmas you have with them. Maybe someone is going through depression. Maybe the unthinkable happened and you lost a child or you lost a loved one. Christmas and the overwhelming feeling of seeing all these families and feeling all their happiness can make it so painful for you if you are struggling, and I understand and I identify with you and I am praying for you. I would love it if you would leave your prayer requests down in the description box of this video. I just really, of course I can't cover every situation, but I just really want you to know that if you're someone who is struggling, you're not alone. The holidays are hard for me. And at the same time that my heart thinks about all those things with family and the desires for what it should be, I am immensely thankful for my children, my husband's family, my friends, my family who doesn't really even have to be family, that they love me and they love my children. And so I choose to try to focus on those things, and I know that I am blessed and so thankful for all of those things, but I find myself in this constant struggle, and if I let my mind go too far to the what it should be, instead of just trying to remain in this place of gratitude and thankfulness for what it is, and the fact that my kids will have that. I will go to the mall and go shopping with my daughters and buy all my grandkids all kinds of goodies for Christmas. Like, that will be me. I will cook the huge dinners, and myself and my husband are changing that legacy for our families. Generations of kids after mine and my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, I hope, will have a different legacy than we came into. And so that is where I try to keep my focus, but it takes constant effort, and it is hard, and it is a struggle. I also have a hard time at the Christmas season sometimes because I have lost pregnancies. It's not something that I constantly talk about, but I often find myself thinking like, oh, what would that be like if we had, 7 kids? Like, that would be amazing. And my subsequent pregnancies came after those losses. So it's, I wonder, like, would I not have had my Olivia if that baby would have been born? But nonetheless, it is painful to think about, and it is a struggle. So if you are someone who has gone through a miscarriage or lost a child or anything, like, I understand your heart, and my heart breaks for you. And I have no advice and I have no wisdom on how to cure it, other than knowing that you will be reunited one day. And that is the hope that I hold on to when I am really struggling with feeling like, just down about it. There's something about it. I think about like, oh, I wonder what that would be like, or oh my gosh, it would be so fun to have more kiddos in the mix. And it's not because I'm not thankful for the 4 that I have, because there's not adequate words to describe the blessing that it is to be their moms. But when you've lost pregnancies and you've lost children, it's hard. It's hard. There really is no other better way to say it than it is hard. So the video really wasn't meant for me to be like, and here's how you cure your sadness, because I just don't think that there really is anything. This is a part of me. Both of those things are my struggles. Your struggles may be different. But even though I am going to be putting up all fun content here on my channel, I have my struggles, I have my story, I have my life, I have where I came from, and that is not always pretty and perfect. And it's messy and it's ugly and it's dysfunctional and it's sinful, and it is so easy in the Christmas season to just see all of this outward, which there's nothing wrong. I'm not pretending like what I'm going to show you guys in Vlogmas is what it is, but there is the other side that I'm not showing on a regular basis. So it was important for me to make this video to just share with you guys my heart, let you know, that if you're struggling at all, I am with you. I constantly go back to scripture when I need to be encouraged, because it can be really, really hard, and you can just feel like, what is the point of all of this? Even as a believer, you can feel that. What is the point of all of this? And why me? And I try not to let myself go down that road, but if I'm honest, sometimes I find myself there. There were a lot of years where my husband worked holidays because in his line of work, things don't stop on the holidays, and so a lot of times it was just my kids and I, and we were home, and it was hard. And I do not want to cry, but it was so hard to go on social media and see all of my friends with their families, and we were at home alone. Like, it was hard. And so thankfully this year, let me get myself together. Jeez. Thankfully this year he is going to be off, and I am so thankful for that. But I try not to go down the why me hole, but sometimes that happens. And so scripture always encourages me, and so I just want to share with you guys a couple of scriptures that I just find really encouraging when I'm struggling, and they have to do with trials and tribulations and struggles, because we all know, if you're a believer, that we will face hard things in this life. The Bible tells us that we will. And so the first one I just want to share with you guys is 2 Corinthians 4:17, and it says, "For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all." The next one that I find to be encouraging is Colossians 1:24. I'm reading them from my phone. "Now I rejoice in what I am suffering for you, and I fill up in my flesh what is still lacking in regard to Christ's afflictions for the sake of his body, which is the church." Galatians 6:2, "Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ." That is a verse that I think speaks very clearly to you if you are not someone who really struggles this time of year. Be there for someone who does. The next thing that I find to be encouraging is Isaiah 43:2. "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze." And it can feel like the fire is winning the battle, but it's not. And then if you feel at all rejected from your family or maybe your parents, this is a verse that I find to be pretty encouraging. Isaiah 53:3. "He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain, like one from whom people hide their faces. He was despised, and we held him in low esteem." And then two to just encourage you, that James 1:12, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him." So persevere, you guys. Keep fighting it. And then the last one I would just want to share with you guys is John 16:33. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So we have hope in knowing that this world is not all there is, and we have hope in knowing that our trials and our struggles are not in vain and they are not for nothing. So I just wanted to share my heart with you guys. If you're struggling, I'm sending you all the love that I can through this computer screen. You're not alone. You have people that love you. You have people that care about you, even if they are not the people that you think they technically it should be. I understand that struggle, but I am just praying for you. If you want to leave your prayer requests in the comments of this video, I would love it if we could come together as a community and be praying over the prayer requests of these people. You guys in the description or in the comment section, and I am not above asking for prayer. If you guys would be praying for me and my heart through this holiday season, it was important for me to share that I too have my struggles, and while I am blessed and so thankful for my life and my children, you know, the holidays can stir up some negative emotions, and so I really just wanted to let you guys know you're not alone. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it encouraging or helpful. Be sure to let me know if you did. Give me a thumbs up before you go, and I will see you guys tomorrow in my next Vlogmas video, and I will not be crying. Bye guys.